Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some GeoGuessr. We are going to attempt the world or US perfect score challenge again. It's been a couple of weeks and we have no time limit. We're just going to get it done. All right? And so we're challenged right at the beginning. Got a bad camera. Looks like it could be any town USA from Iowa to Ohio, really. Maybe even Pennsylvania. So we're just going to have to travel down the road and see what we can get to try and find some sort of clues. You know, the sooner we can get to a road that at least gives us some sort of valuable information. I mean, we've learned a lot already, right? We're in a place of the United States where there are hills, where their agriculture is, it appears to be a large part of the economy. We have corn on the left, and we have, looks like soybeans on the right, so it could very well be northeast Ohio, even southern Ohio. Soybeans are very big in Ohio. So we'll just have to see here. This is our first perfect score challenge with music in the background. Maybe this will be the impetus we needed to succeed. But it's going to be tough right at the get. You know, as per usual, if we don't get 5,000 points, or at least now at this point, 49.99, then we will just play this as though it were a non-perfect score challenge and just try and get the closest we can. Our current best score for the perfect score challenge is 24.999 on the United States map. I mean, as per usual, these street signs just are not readable. But what we can see is that the majority of roads, it seems, in this area are not paved. So, again, northeast Ohio certainly seems like a possibility. Not that there's not a significant number of paved roads, but just because that's the farming community that this sort of looks like. That being said, it could very easily be northern Indiana or Illinois. Southern Wisconsin, certainly. It could even be northern Alabama. Alabama? I don't know where Alabama is, but it could be northern Alabama. And what we're really just hoping to do is find some sort of road sign that says what this road is. Now, the problem with many of these areas is that obviously the people that live on these roads, they know what these roads are. They don't need the road sign that says, hey, you're on this road. Because they just know. This is the one paved road in the area. They're aware of where they are. Could that have helped us at all? No, unfortunately, it's a county road sign, and that county road sign is used in many, many states. Not Michigan, though, which is why that's confused me in the past. That is not as good of a road as this one, so we're going to keep going on this one. This at least has lane markings. I'm not even sure if Ohio uses those roads. I feel like the county road signs in Ohio are squares. It's going to be a long first guess, it looks like. What we do know is that we've already turned twice past a dirt road that continued. So that can at least help us backtrack some. Not a significant portion, though. We've passed any number of turnoffs. All we have to do is come across one good camera. That could be enough to get us there. We've got corn on both sides now. Back to soybeans. Not a big fan of soybeans, to be honest with you. Soy sauce is good. I like soy sauce. Teriyaki is better. But soybeans themselves, I don't get it. And don't even get me started talking about soy quote-unquote milk. I'm not a big fan of soy juice, as it should properly be called. There is no front plate. Oh, that's the back of the car. Oh, I'm using the back of the camera. Going backwards. Should have realized that, obviously, because we don't drive on the left in the United States. Alright, just go past the big tree. It's about another mile, and then on the left you're going to take a curve around. That's about all you can get in this area. Alright, I'm not going to navigate this one-handed. 1 second. Excuse me. Got orange soda today. Almost gone. You get 12 liters out of a bottle. I have all this new music in the jazz playlist. If you've been listening to the jazz playlist on these GeoGuessrs, you probably recognize some of these tracks. But I added 10 new tracks, and the randomizer is just picking the same old ones. I mean, it is mixing some new ones into it from time to time, but not as well as it could. Next week, I think maybe I might try a different one. I don't know what yet. That was just a county road sign, by the way. That's why I didn't bother going back to look at it. We're doing it again now. We have to go around the curve. Because for whatever reason, this county road turns. But next week, I might go with a new genre. I'm not sure what at this point. Not entirely certain what there is to offer. So we'll check it out. And honestly, by this point, you'll have already seen my new choice on the stream anyway, because I probably will be tired of the jazz and blues, and have put together the playlist by that point. So this whole thing is moot. My backlog is quite large right now, which is good. It's just long enough that I can still slip in some user challenges, and short enough that... Oh, no state flag. Strike that. It's short enough that I can slip in some user challenges, long enough that I'm recording this almost a week in advance. Which is good for me, because the more I can do in advance, the less I have to stress during the week. Buckeye Game Fest is still going on at this point. It's been good so far. If you had a chance to come see me, I hope you said hi. And if you didn't, well, there's always next year. We're already starting to plan some of the conventions for next year. I think Origins for sure. I'll be at Origins. Obviously, it's local. And I think we're going to try and get down to Dragon Con in the fall. The toughest part about Dragon Con is that it's the week before Buckeye Game Fest. And to get 2 weeks off in a row from work is doable, but trickier. And then what do I do with the channel? Ooh, stressful. Wow. I mean, we're just getting nowhere. This is Cornville. And soy. There's soy on the right, corn on the left. It's becoming a theme. Have we just gone in a loop? Have we really been on new roads at all? I got soy on both sides. Man. If I wanted to see roads like this, I'd drive home. Too hilly, though. Drive home would be much more flat. Depressingly so, really. Northwest Ohio is a very, very flat region, and in order to get from where I live into Michigan, you have to drive through it. You have hills until you get to about Marion, and then it will be flatter than a board. No. Hoping I could read some of that, but no. Corn I like. It's Michigan sweet corn season is in full effect. That's in August. I'd say August and September. You can get really, really good local sweet corn. And I love a good corn on the cob. The trick is you boil it before you husk it. So it actually steams the corn inside of the husk. It's a beautiful thing. I like my corn with just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. I don't need any butter on it. Don't need any fancy sauces, no fancy dressings. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. If I'm going to eat it off the cob, I don't mind a little butter in that instance, but I don't need it on the cob. Part of it is because I don't like to be messy as a general rule, but also part of it is that if you get a really good sweet corn ear, you do not need butter on top of it. That would be like putting butter on top of your lard. Superfluous, and it doesn't really help the flavor. I love a good popping corn as well. I don't do the bag popcorn in the microwave. I prefer stovetop popping corn. We buy it bulk. If I have a choice, I'd buy a blue corn, but they're more expensive. It doesn't look blue, it's just that's what it's called. It's a blue corn. Very good popping corn. Light and fluffy. Your standard yellow's not too bad. Surprisingly, the kind that the Boy Scouts sell is not too bad either. I have a mixed bag about that now. I feel a little bit better now that they're more accepting of gay kids and scout leaders. But before that, it was tougher for me. I was in Boy Scouts as well growing up. Made it through to life, I think. I'd have to go back and look at my uniform. It's hanging in the closet downstairs as we speak. But, I don't know. Have you enjoyed this so far, by the way, guys? 11 minutes of constant clicking to try and figure out if we can get to any better camera at all. We're so invested in this direction, I almost hate to go back to the start and start over. This is one of the new tracks. Pardon me again. Every about 5 minutes. Just gotta wet the whistle. I mean, talk about a challenge. GeoGuessr just said it's not going to be easy this time. Yeah, $24,999 last time, huh? Let's see what you can do. Okay. Livingston Stock Farms. Ludvigsen Stock Farms. Ludvigsen Stock Farms. Seeing a name like that makes me think maybe we're in Minnesota. It's dirt roads. We have not hit a single cross street yet that was a paved road. It's unbelievable. The best way to pop corn, we're going to turn this into a cooking show. The best way to pop corn on the stovetop, well, first off, the best way to pop the corn is on the stovetop. But then, if you're going to do it on the stove, you get, I prefer a 3-quart pan myself. Just your typical stock pan. It doesn't have to be a saucier or anything like that. 3 quarts. 2 quarts will do you. I mean, you could even do it in a 1-quart pan, but I don't think you'll be able to. The yield will not be high. We'll put it that way. So you get a nice 2 to 3 quart pan. No more than that. Bigger than that is ridiculous. It'll take you 10 years to pop your corn. So you get yourself a 3-quart pan. I prefer to get a pan with a clear lid just because I like to watch it pop. It's very cool. It's a heck of a house. You put enough vegetable oil, and I prefer a vegetable oil to pop my corn, to lightly coat the bottom of the pan. I mean lightly. If you're going more than 1/8 of an inch on the bottom of your pan, that's too much oil. The oil does 2 things. It provides the necessary heat, of course, to pop the corn, and the moisture released from the corn and the oil combine to get the steam effect, which allows for a popping corn. But on top of that, it also will give flavor into the popped corn, because if you add flavor after the corn is popped, it's really too late. With some exception. You have to move quick, basically. And that's why butter over popcorn is sort of ridiculous. It really doesn't do anything because it won't adhere. The corn is really not permeable. So all the butter does is just sort of run off the top of it and get on your fingers. Messy. So you put enough corn oil, olive oil. Probably not olive oil, actually. Smoke point's a little weird on that one. I just use plain old vegetable oil. You can get it you know, in those liter containers. It lasts for a while. We use it for our pan searing as well because you don't need a lot of it, really. You take that, coat the pan, and then take enough kernels to be 1 layer deep across the bottom of the pan. And I'd say almost the whole pan. For me, that's about 1.5 hands, which is plenty of popcorn for a single sitting. For me and my wife, usually. You cover it up with the lid. You turn the heat to medium-high. Because we don't want to put the spurs to this thing. We don't want this to go so fast. Because if it goes fast, what will happen is that the corn will pop immediately. But there'll still be some that's going to catch up, and it's going to burn. We don't want that. What we want to do is try and time it so all the kernels will pop at the same time. I mean, not instantly, because that probably would be an explosion and people would die. But to get that close. There's that county road sign again, which, again, is not helpful. We need a state route. This is the first indication we're coming up to a cross street that actually matters. Highway 20, 1 mile to our west. Cushing, maybe? If that's the case, we want to turn to our west, because if this Highway 20 is US 20, we're gold. Because that we'll be able to find whatever we need. Okay, so let's be very clear here. We're not on US 20 yet. But we have hit a cross street, and our oh my God, you're not going to let me go west? That's sick and twisted. Oh, good. All right, you can't do this to me. We're just gonna have to do the best we can. Let's hope we can see what this cross street road is here. Does that say Battle Creek 11? Could be green, could be creek. I don't know. If that's the case, we're so close to something amazing. But we're going to go and hopefully hit US 20. Anyway, talking about our corn. You put it on medium to medium-high heat. And the secret is you can't stop the pan. I mean, you can. But you want to move it. Just shake it a little bit. Not shaking, just a little swirl, right? A little swirl, a little swirl, a little swirl. Then, as it starts to pop, that's when you got to go all out. You keep it on the heat. You bring it in to... So we're coming into a town now. This is probably Cushing or whatever it is. You bring it to the heat. It starts to pop. Is this 20? No. Then you want to make sure when it starts to slow down, you pull it off the heat immediately and let the rest of it finish in the pan. Don't take the cover off yet. Just get it off the heat. That might have been 20 in the town, and now we're just boned again. This is very depressing. 2 different state routes, or county roads. Alright, we're going back to that town. Because it promised me Highway 20, and by golly, we're gonna get there. So let's get moving forward. Then to finish off your popping corn, I recommend a very fine-grained salt. Kosher salt's not good for this. Very, very fine-grained salt. And then just a little bit of black pepper. Freshly ground is even better. And that will get you everything you need for a beautiful, and I mean beautiful, bowl of popcorn. Junction D22 and D41, maybe 42. I don't see Highway 20. I feel lied to. Don't you? I feel lied to. Look, let's be honest. We put 20 minutes into this one. We're going to go back and go the other way. Because we can't... I mean, there's nothing to that. It's very depressing. We just spent 20 minutes going in that direction and have found nothing. If we spend 5 minutes going this way and we don't find anything, we might just have to call this one a loss. Because I'm not going to spend 40 minutes on one clue. Oh, come on, really? 175 East. We're on State Route 175 East. The problem is now that this state route is in a circle, and there are like 6 states that use a circle for their state route signs. But at least we know we're starting on State Route 176. I don't even know what petrol station that is. Should have gone south, though, that's for sure. East, I guess. It's an old Domino's. State Route 176. What do you say? Crawford Creek Recreation Area. Something county, but too far to read. Still 176? Can we go backwards, please? If I'm going to click the arrow, I'd like to click the arrow, not the ground. Oh, come on. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, 176. We're on the east 176. We just flew out of town. Can't see the flags anyway. Look, let's just go. Oh, wait. Whoa, I can't read you at all. No. Bad camera's gonna do us in. I'm giving up hope, guys. But we did talk about a nice popping corn, which actually kind of makes me want to go make some. I've got plenty at home. Almost exactly beneath me, actually. I'm not giving this any more than 2 minutes. If we can't figure it out in 2 minutes, we're calling it a day. And we're going to wash this one out. County road this, county road that. Who cares? Just brutal. Absolutely brutal. We're on the East 176, we know that. But not what state, so not truly helpful. I almost feel like I should handle this like an Isaac run, where, you know, you're doing a Balls of Steel run or something, and you get a room that's not good, you just re-roll it. You just start over. Should have probably done that. Saw the bad camera and said, nope, we're going to do a different challenge, and rolled a different one. Excuse me. But I didn't. Whether through hubris or determination or just gosh darn American pride, I don't know. But we are never going to get to a good camera. Like, I have no idea where we are. We need to devote 60 more seconds to this, and then that's it. I got nothing. Very disappointing. A half hour of clicking through cornfields. And if you think that's bad, try driving through it. At least this way you got some commentary. Learned about popping corn. Sweet corn. Hatred of soy. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Here we are. We're at a good camera finally. It just took for bloody ever. 175 in the corner of US 59. Well, okay, so we're committed now. We've got a good camera, finally. Let's see if we can at least get where the heck we are. Welcome to Somewhere Grove, to Ida Grove. Ida where? I don't know. But we're in Ida Grove, the 176 and US 59. So where would US 59 be? The US system makes no sense whatsoever. It's sort of slapdash. The interstate highway system, that makes sense. The US highway system does not. We're in Ida, that's all we know. Ida Grove, rather. Stagecoach Inn Historical Site. So this makes me think more Missouri-esque. Maybe even Oklahoma. State Highway 175. Jasper Road. The Maple River. So much better when you can actually read where you are. So we are in Ida Grove now. We just have to figure out where Ida Grove is. Cobb Memorial Park. Oak Grove Plaza. Blimpies. That's a chain I recognize. I don't know what's up with that castle. That's the Medical Plaza. Looks like a castle. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, we just gone this way. We have so much more to go on. Still not a lot, but more than we had for the first 25 minutes. Well, Ida Grove is not turning out to be quite the bustling metropolis. City Park, how lovely. Iowa, Department of Transportation. We are in Ida Grove, Iowa. And actually we started just outside of Ida Grove, Iowa, on State Route 175, where the 59 crosses. There's the 69, call Northern Lion. Where is the 59? Here. 59 is here. There is Ida Grove. Now, where's State Route 175 is there. It goes to both directions. There's Battle Creek. We definitely saw a sign for Battle Creek. There's Cushing. We actually went through that. So we start... We went west. Let's find out. Let's go back to the beginning. We know we went to Ida Grove. We go west. We immediately turn. We go east. There's a way. All right. So we go west. There's an immediate turn up. 59 is when we finally hit the right thing. So we go through. We must have gone through Battle Creek. So what we're looking for right now are places where the 175 could go straight, but turns instead. We went through Danbury too. I mean, I can't believe we went through all those places. That seems so unlikely. Look, let's go this way. So we're going back east again. Because I don't remember going through any towns. Here's a cross street. This cross street is basically unreadable. No, it's unreadable. We ended here. We're on 175. I do not remember going through Battle Creek at all. I mean, forget Battle Creek for a moment, right? If we're going to talk about going through, if we were on 175, when did we go through Danbury or whatever it is. This one. We never went through this either. I mean, we didn't go through towns. That's maddening. It's absolutely maddening. We went east to get to Ida Grove. Alright. Look, we're going to go back to the start and we're going to go west. Just to see... I mean, look, here's a town. Here's a house. I don't see a river along this road. We could go due west from here. But we don't. It curves around to the north. Where is there a point along here that we could go due west, but we don't? It curves around to the north. We certainly didn't pass any of this stuff. I mean, what... I mean, were we... I don't even know. I'm just so frustrated. Sorry, guys. I just gotta do it. Because I just have to know. We weren't on 175 to start. So we go east. I would love to see this again. We come east, and then we just turned? I mean... I don't remember seeing any of this at all. Oh, that's so bad. Well, sorry guys, I'm not going to finish it out. That's just what we had. If you've got the rest of the challenge sheet, if you want to play the rest of it, feel free, but this is going to be the end of it for me. Because we've already spent a half hour on it. So, sorry, I hope it was at least mildly entertaining. If it was, click that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated everything as it happens. And until next time, cheers.